everyone, myself Vaishnavi Sachin Dhotre. I am studying in Zeal Polytechnic, Pune. Today, I have made a presentation of how to build circuit of half rectifier with capacitive input filter. So, the basic electronics activity is a group activity, and in this 6 members have given their equal contribution and helped to design this presentation. The guide are Professor Gajanan Jadhav and Mrs. Poonam Kokate. So, let's start. First, let us see what does half-wave rectifier do. The half-wave rectifier just converts the alternating current into direct current, but not a pure direct current, a pulsating direct current. And in pulsating direct current, it fluctuates with respect to time, which is not constant. And as we all know, that fluctuating direct current is not applicable or useful for most of the application. So we need a direct current that does not fluctuate and is constant. And there is only one solution: by using a filter. What is a filter? A filter is a component that removes the useless things from a process. And in this, we remove the AC component at the output. Now, the working of half-wave rectifier with capacitive input filter. This is C for capacitor, and RL load resistor which is connected to the capacitor. When AC voltage is supplied during the positive half cycle, the diode D is forward biased and allows current through it. As we already know that capacitor provides high resistive path to DC components and low resistive path to AC component. Electricity current always prefers to flow through low resistance, so the electric reaches the filter and DC component experiences the high resistance from the capacitor. So now they have to go through other part for the low resistance part, and thus they go through the RL and they get a low resistance part. On the other hand, as the AC component experiences a low resistance from the capacitor, so the AC component easily passes through the capacitor. Only a small part of components passes through the load resistor, producing the small ripple voltage of the output. The passage of AC component through the capacitor is nothing but charging of the capacitor. This gets charges. In simple words, the AC component is nothing but an excess flow of current through the capacitor and it charges it. This prevents any sudden changes in voltage of the output. During the conduction period, the capacitor charges to maximum value of the voltage when the equal supply of the capacitor is said to be fully charged. This is AC component in high frequency, DC component in low frequency, and AC needs low frequency, therefore it goes through RL and then comes to C. So this is how it works. And when the cycle is complete, the output is that the capacitor is fully charged. When the capacitor is fully charged, it holds the charge until the input AC supply to the rectifier reaches the negative half cycle, like it was in the last slide. When the negative half cycle is reached, the diode D gets reverse biased and stops allowing electric current through it. During this period, the input voltage is less than that of the capacitor voltage. Thus, the charges are stored through the load resistor RL, and this prevents the output load voltage from falling to zero. The discharge capacitor discharges until the input supply of voltage is less than that of the capacitor voltage, and when it happens like that, the capacitor again gets charged, and thus when the positive half cycle is reached again, the diode D is forward biased and allows electric current. This makes capacitor charged again. The capacitor filter with the large discharge time constant will produce very smooth DC voltage. Thus, the smooth DC and steady DC voltage is obtained by using the filter. So, this is how the half-wave rectifier with capacitor filter works. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you.